So, Drac, I hear that you open your records. We already talked about this at a little bit earlier, during an earlier episode. We talked a little bit about how we both open and play our records rather than just sort of keep them sealed museum pieces. But
right,
I
music
have
was
some
meant to
sealed
be
records.
listened to.
I have some sealed records just because I couldn't open them when I bought them sealed. You've bought sealed records, like used records, and just said I am going to open this anyway.
I have, yep. Oh, yeah. Many a time. If you give me 1 second, I can show you. I can show you an example of one that I have bought and opened.
Okay.
It was actually right here. This was Stryper's first album.
Isaiah 3:16 or whatever that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was it's on this colored, which is kind of bizarre because you'd think of colored releases as something new, but no, like back in the day they were doing colored vinyl.
Yeah. Well, I first saw it in the 90s, but that would count. So, yeah.
Yeah, this I did get. It's the original version of Yellow and Black Attack. This is a cut at this, like you can see that it was shaped this way, which is really weird, and it opens like that. It's got the original.
That's a hard record to find in any kind of decent condition because of that state of that one.
It is, yeah. And the reason why I bought it was it was sealed, and it was a pretty decent price. I think I paid like $35-$40 for it, which as you can see, it's like completely mint.
Shape. That's great.
Yeah. But it was sealed. So like it's like I didn't wait till like I got home to open it. Like as soon as I got out to my truck, I opened it because my theory behind that is, especially an album that's this old, if you have an album that's like 20-30 years old and it's sealed, God knows what it's doing to that poor record inside that shrink wrap. Because if that shrink wrap is too tight, you're gonna get a bowed record. You're gonna get a record that, and then also like a whole other episode we could talk about would be sometimes the plastic inserts that they used back in the day. If they used plastic, were not the greatest, and they off gas and can ruin your record. So that's why I open mine. But yes,
that's a good point. It will crush your records. I tend to see it worse for video games, but especially that thicker plastic shrink wrap. If you've got it's sealed except it's all bulged in and everything, that record's probably junk. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, your record's going to be like, you can hold your record out and you can just watch it wave, but because it's warped because of that shrink wrap pulling in. So which All right. So show me your sealed.
I'm going to make you.
I can't
you
wrap
can
my
decide.
head around. I can't wrap my head around a sealed record. I just can't do it.
You can decide. Should I open these? Are these going to get opened or not? And we'll see. So this first one, it makes sense. Maybe why it's sealed. This is the actual original Jane Fonda's new and improved workout record. All new music, extended aerobics, and new exercises with complete diagrams. So this is the new and improved Jane Fonda's workout record. So not even
amazing,
quite the original.
Okay.
It is, however, I picked it up for $3. And the reason I have it is just because it's such a pop culture artifact of the 1980s. Before there was TikTok, before there was YouTube, there was Jane Fonda and workout videos. And it was the 1980s. And so when I saw this sealed $3 Jane Fonda workout record, I was like, I got to pick this up. I'm not working out to Jane Fonda's new and improved workout record.
Right.
And I really don't think anything inside of here is so valuable that I have to look at it. But someday in 10 to 20 years, when I'm sitting there at the flea market selling off my collection and I've got a sealed Jane Fonda workout record, somebody's going to look at that and go, whoa.
That one.
And
that one.
Yep. So
yes, definitely keep that one sealed.
All right.
Yep. Do not open that one. Do not. I will. will take back my "you have to open a record" comment and say, do not open that one.
This is my toughest conundrum. I keep going back and forth myself, especially this time of the year, especially right now. I found this at a local record store that had just opened up in my small town, a sealed original pressing of the Amityville Horror soundtrack by Lalo Schifrin.
Dude.
And this is in incredible condition. Speaking of sealed, this is from you can see it's got a little bit of kind of ring wear in there because it got squished, but so what? This is from 1979, and look how good a condition this thing is in. A little ring wear isn't going to matter for this thing. But here's the rub. It's actually good music. And how good a Halloween record would it be to open up this Lalo Schifrin Amityville Horror soundtrack?
Yeah.
But then there's a part of me that's like, that's the kind of thing you're going to see a big price tag at a record fair, at a convention. What kind of horror movie, vinyl collecting nerd, Amityville horror person, Lalo Schifrin person, classic 70s sealed vinyl? Do I open it or do I not?
That is a tough one. See, that one I would open.
I keep going back and forth. But the thing is, you can only open it once, right? Once I've committed, I'm done. I think I'm going to open this, though, for this in the next week or so, because this is going to be just too good a Halloween listen for 2024.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, that means I'm killing its price. Instead of a, $80 record, it'll be a $20, $30 record.
That's the whole argument, too, because, going back to how we talked about Discogs and our top 5, median according to Discogs, most of your high-end records that you see on Discogs more than likely are for a sealed copy.
Yeah.
So that's why they go so much. So, you're probably talking you're going to kill $60, $70 probably off of the price on that by opening it.
Yeah.
But
I got lucky. I got it for $25, which isn't cheap exactly, but for that's cheap.
Not bad.
That's cheap. So this final one is a known. I will never unseal this, and even though it's not worth a super amount, but to the right person, it's worth a lot. And this is the Best of Ralph Records, original 1980 something. Release. Ralph Records was the Residents label.
Exactly who she was or how she died. But when they opened up her purse, they found a snail inside.
And they didn't just release their music, they released a few other very obscure bands like Snakefinger, MX80. They started Fred Frith's career, things like that. Tuxedo Moon is on this label as well. Real experimental, weird kind of rock from the early 80s and things like that. It's just too collectible for me to open it up. If I want to hear Snakefinger's record, I can do that. I'm not opening this Best of Ralph here. And you can see it's not worth much. I bought this from a big chain store in Massachusetts that was in the used section. It went from $30 to $20. It's probably, how many Residents, Snakefinger, Tuxedo Moon fans are there? Ronaldo and the Loaf and such. But for those who are, and I am a Residents fan, and I've been a Residents nerd for like 25 or so years, so I know Residents collectors are collectors. And having a sealed Best of Ralph is just too much. So that one's
and that one,
opened. Yeah.
That one would be one I agree. I would agree and break my rule on that one too, and I would keep that one sealed as well.
Yeah.
Just because of the collectability aspect of it.
Yeah. But that's all I got. Those are the 3 that I've kept sealed. Everything else I've opened up. So.
Yeah, see, that's like I said, I just can't. And I've tried. I bought other stuff, like I've been at like a record show or been at my local record store, and they happen to have something sealed and they used, and I bought it, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep this one sealed. I'm gonna keep this one sealed, but I can't. There's something in me that I can't do it.
Yep.
I just got I can't. I gotta well, number one, I want to listen. Like I said, I buy music to listen to the music. What is my big thing, but then I'm like, I gotta save that vinyl because God knows what's going on behind that plastic.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yep.
So it's
I have a couple of Residence picture discs, and I had to break those open from their picture disc because they used that PVC style
which
powder, and
will
it was gonna
definitely off-gas and kill that. Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah. So I ended up having to break
That's-
those open for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.